Welcome back to the TCG, and we're coming at you with another gameplay video. These are kind of the easiest ones for me to do while I'm away on travel, and so, yeah, that's happening. We're setting that up. So, with that being said, we're just making sure we get this in. Today's video will be Blue Ivankov versus Red Zoro. I apologize ahead of time. I messed up on the screen. Like, I messed up on the zoning, so the life for Zoro is not going to be there. And I also have said previously, after a couple comments have mentioned, I'm going to be making a template when I get back from the Battle Spirits Road Tour and get done with the One Piece regional happening on Sunday for PPG, which I will be streaming. I'm going to make a template so you guys can see the life totals and whatnot and the decks that are being played. So we'll be able to get into that. But while we are here, just want to say, like usual, if you want to support the channel and join the NEX fam, you just got to go down there, like the video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, click the notification button so you don't miss a beat, and then comment so the video trends. Maybe even join the Discord so we can all talk. We have a great community going on there with deck lists, all sorts of things from multiple different games, so it's pretty cool. And with that all being said, let's hop into the match. Alright, so we got Red Zoro versus Blue Ivankov. Both of us do want to go first, so this will be an important die roll. I got a 3 and he got a 2, so yeah. With this, it's kind of interesting because we are both very aggressive decks. We both see a lot of cards. The real thing is that Zoro is going to be most powerful in the early game, whereas Ivankov is going to be most powerful in the mid game, stretching the late. So right here, I was just showing him my mulligan. I was like, bro, I have a good turn 2. I have a late game, but I have no early game. That's where Zoro's supposed to be its strongest. So I can't keep a hand where I am weak, where I'm supposed to be strong. So we're going to get that shuffled nice and thoroughly. And he also decides to throw his hand back. And like I said before, I apologize for the placement of the Dawn and the Life. I just didn't pay attention to the alignment. And so I'll try to be very careful letting you know where I am in life via audio. And then, like I said, we'll have a template coming off later. So we're both going to get into our hands. I see he opened up with an Ivankov. That's what I can see there. I know my hand was actually very, very fine. See, I goofed up on that one. I apologize again. So starting off turn 1 with the Sunny. Excellent, excellent. Going second, he gets an extra card. And the curve isn't quite the same, but I mean, it can still work. Alright, so we get into a buggy. And I saw that his buggy definitely sees a Luffy, an Ivankov, and the stage off the top. So he's taking the stage. I believe he's already got an Ivankov. Now he's activating the stage. This is actually really, really strong for him. Dishing a Crocodile Vanilla. My turn. I'm going up to 3. Thinking about putting a card under him. Playing Brook to make sure that we can have this momentum play. A swinger for next turn, and we're going to be swinging with Sunny here. That's pretty strong though. That's a 6K right off the bat. And I know he's going to be able to block that, but if I can bottom out his hand the first 2 turns, then that means I can start striking for damage in the next 2 turns before we can play out his Ivankov. So we're going to go in for 6 again after he Gum Gum Rains, and he's going to get over that again. Hitting the double draw again. Once again, this deck's excellent card filter. Yeah, I'm a little high on the top of the screen, not low enough on the bottom screen. That's my bad again. So this time he's going to swing at the Sunny. I only have 4 cards in hand. That Sunny's just going to go. A little bit of contemplation before playing. Oof. All of that. That's 6K, and I end up taking that. So we're down to 4 life on the Zoro side. It's a powerful. That's a strong 6,000 buggy. So we're going to play another Brook, giving that Dawn to that Brook. Make sure that we get that out of the way. Momentum going, and we're going to make sure we hit some assured damage. We need to get him down. And he gets out of 8. Now he should be pretty much out of hand. I think the only card left is Ivankov. And that lets me know a couple of things. And that's going to be very, very important next turn. Him going down 2k, or putting up 2 2Ks to keep at a healthy life total, lets me know that he's pretty much getting that in for being able to swing next turn. I'm going to let that go because he's still got full, and he's going to play Luffy. And he comboed out of my 8k swing while keeping 1 card in hand. This lets me know for sure that card must be an Ivankov for next turn. So I know that I can get in some damage right here. We're just going to take out the Sunny. Instant pick. No reason not to. Seeing what we want to do with this. We're checking him real quick. So we're going to swing for just a raw 5 here, and he takes it, letting me know that he's got Ivankov and something else. So we're going to swing again and taking that. And that allows us to really hone in on the Zoro play and swing there. The moment he took the 5k and then the 6k and the 7k, like, you can kind of see where the lines of play goes. He's only getting 1 more. I was telling him to see these hands. I could just tell where things were going with that one. Checked for the 5 and he took it, knowing there was an Ivankov and 1 card in his hand. So I ended up swinging for the gates with that one, going up by 1k each time because he was getting a card each time. So that was a very, 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 very calculated play, and it paid off. These are small things you just kind of have to understand in order to play efficiently. So I've also set up a board where he doesn't want to bounce anything from hand because Zoro will be able to rush again. That's probably the best thing he can play back, but Zoro will be able to rush again. You also have the Brook being able to be played and distribute Dawn, and the Nami is a top 5 search, so there's not a lot that he would want to bounce here. It's actually kind of insane. So he's going to end up swinging at Zoro for 7,000, and I'm all tapped out, so that's just raw. Like, that's just gotta go. And then Ivankov is going to swing over at Brook, which again I'm going to let go. And now he's actually just going to play Ivankov, drawing 1 card and then playing out a blocker. So he's got the Dofi blocker in hand. I saw that off the draw. He's starting to set up the board. I believe that's 9 Dawn. Yes. So that's 9 Dawn right here. His board is starting to build up to be a little scary. And we've got the Otama, so we're going to get rid of the double striker, the dual attacker. We're going to hit him with the jet pistol. I don't really care as much about the blocker. We're just going to swing in. He will just get rid of it. He doesn't have the hand to do that. And then we'll set up the Sunny. He's actually in a very bad position here. That was a massive turn of tempo. Up to 10 Dawn, though. Dofi blocker is pretty good. Ooh, if I saw the Ivankov right there, that's very, very good. See, Dofi picking up an Ivankov is actually crazy, because then you can put your Ivankov on top and you know exactly what you're going to draw into. That's amazing. Drawing 1 card, dropping 1 card. He's going to swing with Ivankov. I do want to keep my health up, so I'll Robin out of it. And we'll take that. So we're going down to 3 life. And unfortunately, it is a jet pistol, killing his blocker and making it very much so hard for him to function. The Dofi into the field card was very, very nice, being able to get the Ivankov in the same turn. This deck just has the ability to go through so many cards and set up your cards in such an excellent way. Opting to play another blocker, it is very unfortunate that he was that he got hit by that little jet pistol from life. That was just a very unfortunate thing for him. But it's part of the game. Triggers be triggers. Alright, so we're going to start off by putting the Dawn under Zoro. And I think we're just going to end up going wide. Playing a Curly to Dawn to see what we get off the top. Another Nami. Cash money moves. We're going to check him for 5 to see what's in his hand. He ends up blocking it. We're going to check him for another 5. He's going to get the block, and then Inazuma is actually going to be 7. So now we have some choice to make. We're going to swing here. Oh, I messed up. Yeah, it's a 7, so I need to either allot one more Dawn. Yeah, so we're going to swing here. And he lets it go, letting me know there's 0 counter power in his hand. Actually, no, he's thinking about it. So there might be 1 counter power in his hand. But he's high-key wanting to hold on to that card. So we're going to hit Magra, and Magra is going to give Okiku 3 power. Sorry, Otama 3 power. And then we're going to put that under her, so she's a 5, and we're going to get that in. And that gets it through. And then we're going to tap one more for Nami. This is the power of this deck. And we actually hit a full whiff. But you can see that was a Zoro away, or a Sunny away, from just being like another crazy bit. So he needs a blocker next turn, or else it's just like lights out. And he's actually already used his field card. He's doing the calculations. This is just the part where it's very rough, because without a blocker, it's just extremely hard for him to... I have at least 4 attacks coming at him next turn. And he needs to get out of that. With 2 cards in hand, only 1 life. He's thinking about whether or not he wants to give me another card. I'm at 3 life, but it's also at the point where you do need to see if you can set me on a game clock. Like, he has 3 cards in hand. He's going to go up to 4. He actively needs to do these things. And he's contemplating for a little bit, because all my cards have come into play effects. But it's kind of a rough position to be in. If you put the Nami back in, I can search for a rusher, and that's the worst case scenario. If you put the Magra back into my hand, I can boost up Nami, and that sucks, because that's going to be a bigger swing for you to deal with on a 3-card hand. Now, if you were to, because like we saw the Luffy in his hand, so we know what he's thinking. Now, if he were to bounce the, Curly to Dawn, that's a bit of a different story, because I have to replay the Curly for 2. Curly can attack. If Curly does find Nami, I then have to play Nami for 1. So that's already 3 out of my 10 energy. And then I have to play another 3 Dawn to play Zoro. Then just to boost my things up, I have to put another Dawn underneath my leader Zoro. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10 Dawn. So I think that personally bouncing Magra back to hand, or not Magra, Curly to Dawn is the best play. Because for Curly to Dawn to go optimal, I have to use most of my Dawn that I could pump into getting over his hand. So that is one of the things he's considering right now. Which one to bump and what is the worst. He's still learning. But I do think that Curly to Dawn is the best play by far. Let me know in the comments if you feel differently. Should be at 2 life now. Yeah, he understands how sticky this point is in the game. This is probably the most rough part of the game that he's been in. So yeah, he ends up taking out the Luffy, putting back the Curly, drawing 2 at the end of the turn, and passing. So at my 2 life, with like 3 cards in hand, I do have to kill him this turn. If I cannot kill him this turn, I die next turn easily. So we're going to start off by playing Curly Dawn. We couldn't find a Nami to go wider. But we will start pumping all of our guys up. I was hoping to find maybe a Makino as well. Makino, another Magra. These things would have been easies. A Nami could have got me into a Zoro, but yeah. So we're going to put this here. And swing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 2 cards in hand. He isn't tapped out. But with 2 cards in hand in the Ivankov deck, the best he's likely doing is a Gum Gum Rain, which is only going to get him up to, 8k. Gum Gum Rain would be very, very bad for me right now. But a Gum Gum Rain would almost ensure that I can kill him with a Magra swing into a Zoro swing. So he's trying to do math right now too. He ends up taking the last life, going up to 3 cards in hand. And at this point, it's do or die. If he has Gum Gum Rain and a 2k, he's only going to be able to get up to 10. And right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have exactly 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I put the rest of the Dawn under Zoro, he should be at 10. And that should actually tie him if he has Gum Gum Rain and a 2k outside of the cost for Gum Gum Rain. Oh wait, that's 9. I'm so sorry. So I'm swinging in for 9. Actually, that means if he has Gum Gum Rain and a 2k, he actually beats me. If he has Gum Gum Rain and a 1k, nope, he actually has a 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can only match 9. So he ended up dying from exacties. So that is the game. That was pretty cool. It was a 1 turn away from either of us. So just in case you were looking for a place to buy product or singles that can make these decks, let's actually hear a word from our sponsor. So let's talk about Mystic TCG, your one-stop shop for all your TCG needs. On the site, you can buy or pre-order plenty of sealed product for plenty of games. Just make sure though, if you're pre-ordering, to give it 3 to 4 months in advance to start looking, because sometimes the product is indeed hot, supply and demand, you know? And then if you want to buy singles, go on tcgplayer.com. There's going to be a link in the description where you can buy for the best value. And if you want to sell cards or collections, you can message them on their Facebook site so you can get the best bang for your buck on any type of way you want to buy or sell cards. And then while you're at it, you can use the code UNIXTCG at checkout to get even more of a discount. So hey, what are you waiting for? Check out Mystic TCG today. And there you have it. Aggro versus Aggro. It was interesting because I was able to get like a very good lead with Zoro, but then you could see over the course of the game panning out, he started bridging that gap very, very, very well. And eventually you got to a point where I was very, very close to losing. Very, very close. Like if I didn't kill him that turn, he got me this turn. And it was really just a Gum Gum Rain away. If one of those 1Ks was a Gum Gum Rain, he would have blocked my 9K swing, and then he would have gotten that in. So I think that is actually just really, really strong. Like that was just a very close game, and I was happy to play it. So with that being said, I hope you guys were able to enjoy that. I hope you guys may have learned something, and I will see you guys in the next video, which should be a gameplay video. And then don't forget, I'm gonna put up a whole post about it, but I will be streaming the my regional, as much of it as I can, depending on my opponents. I will be streaming my regional come Sunday. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and I will see you in the next video. Later.